Yuk has been debanked by the Royal Bank of Canada, by RBC. So she's the lawyer for the two people that organized the Freedom Convoy, the trucker convoy, who are, the Crown is asking for 7-8 years in jail for. But no reason, no law cited, just a vague reference to federal regulations, and she just gets debanked. And it's wild that this is just happening in Canada, I guess. And, people can just like shut down a bank like this because they don't like you. Because on the flip side, so the Crown, the sentencing hasn't happened yet for Tamara Lynch and the other guy who organized the Freedom Convoy. But they're asking for 7 or 8 years for mischief. Basically, I don't think they did anything wrong. I think the Freedom Convoy was great. But then you have on the flip side,
unless you really dislike horn honking, which, to be fair, I really dislike horn honking. My kid honks my horn 6 times in the garage. I'm unhinged, running outside, screaming at him, "Get out of there!"
What do you hate more? Do you hate more
my bank account being frozen, or my horn honking?
Masks, and like you have to stand 6 feet apart, and if you don't
give me the horn honking,
yeah, exactly.
Give me the horn honking.
Okay, so on the flip side, a man planned to get bomb in Toronto synagogues. He was planning to plant bombs in Toronto synagogues to kill as many Jews as possible. Gets house arrest.
Yeah, I saw that. You're reading the same newspaper I'm reading.
This
right-wing rag, the National Post.
He said, yes, Wash Dun Akbar. So this is what he said. And I have Jewish friends, and so this pisses me off even more. I know I'm gonna die because I'm gonna plant a bomb in every synagogue in Toronto and blow them up and kill as many Jews as possible. Akbar is quoted as saying, "I'll make sure those attacks are filmed and posted online so the world can see what I've done." So the justice system in Canada says, hey, house arrest to this guy that's, seriously threatening to kill people. And then the people that organize honking, because the government is taking over control, we'll see what the actual sentence is, but very frustrating. Your take?
Yeah. I read an article last night. I was trying to find it now. But somebody wrote an article and went through the last 3 or 4 years of all the things that the Crown have, asked for 7 or 8 years for jail time. And like one of the first ones they posted was some guy that had sexually abused his 1-year-old girl, and they were asking for 6 or 7 years for this clown, right? So like it's embarrassing. Our justice system is broken in Canada.
Beyond broken.
I mean, I posted on something. Yeah.
You posted what?
Well, just the idea of like, I don't know if we should have elected judges.
I mean that scares me.
That's terrifying too. I mean, in a lot of ways, I do think we have a good system. I just think that it comes down to our culture. I believe, and there again, I mean, judges are obviously meant to be completely non-partial and non-biased. But it's human nature, obviously, the idea of just being influenced by the culture and society, as I'm sure they are to some degree, and just the expectation, like there would just be this expectation in criminal, like it's all built on, forgetting the correct term now. People are yelling it at me, but it's just built on precedent, right? And it's whatever precedent is set, they're setting, prison sentences by. But even just the idea of the rules that we have about, time served and double time if you're in remand and, all these types of things where it's just people play the game then. Oh, I'm in remand, I'm booking double time. So they perpetually delay their case. Yeah. They finally go to trial, they get convicted, they've already time served, walked out. Like just, I don't know. It's interesting because we talk a lot in this podcast, like we're reading this book about grace. And it's a foreign concept to a lot of us, right? Because we are actually probably all justice seekers in our own mind, even though none of us actually really want justice.
Okay, give finish it.
But as a society, like as a society, there needs to be justice. Like we are heading down a very dark path when people that are well-meaning people start to realize, that there's not justice is not going to be served, right? Yeah. And everybody would agree that we don't want vigilante justice. Everybody would agree, even though they don't do it, that people should be innocent until proven guilty. Like that's just a healthy fabric of our society. That's how I feel. It's like, even with these hockey players, this is a good example, right? Those 5 guys, they're all in the NHL now. This happened, a decade ago. They're some of them have families and stuff. It's obvious that they had sex with this woman that, this young girl, and I'm sure they were mistreating her and I'm sure they were not being respectful towards her and whatever, but they were all crucified long before they ever went to trial. Right. And it's that when you lose that, it's no different than it's not near serious, but when you lose the idea of an independent Federal Reserve, like the systems that we have been built over hundreds of years of democracies and systems that work well. And so I guess to me, like I look at it, like I always joke about it because I've been to jail, not for a long time, but whatever, a week at a time, a couple different times, and some overnight stays. And like I've been to jail more than a lot of people that have sexually abused people and done all kinds of heinous crimes, right? So it's just, to me, it's not humorous because it's not funny, but it's just the idea.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed that episode and were blessed by it, would you be willing to support the show? That would help a lot in creating more content, improving the quality of the content, putting the production value, getting more guests on, and me being able to spend more time and energy towards it. So if you're interested in doing that, you can click up here and it'll take you to a support page. But you can also subscribe to the podcast by clicking over here and doing that. Thanks again for listening, and I'll catch you on the next one.